From the gun, running back on the move. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. Mr. Two-Bits would be proud. The Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt, the striped tie, and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Creates a little room. Got the first down. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Dropping back, it's Flagway. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll try it over the left side. Hard running there. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Their performance in SEC play last year was forgettable. They'd love to make it memorable this time around.
I love when Reese uses the phrases like forgettable, which means it was awful, not very good, okay? So they're looking for a bounce back. They've been selling this program all offseason. They've been trying to bring in new additions. They've been trying to create some juice, Palmer. Now they got to go out and do it.
I think they realized, too, a year ago they weren't as talented as some of their opponents, but they also gave some games away. And they've got to be better in critical down and distances in big moments when they get into these SEC conference games this season.
They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even flip into a passing situation on third down.
Trying to get the corner. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. A low line drive and not his best work. That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, Dave, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. It's fourth down and 14, but they're going to go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the right. Oh, way it's intercepted. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed. It's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Makes the grab, it's Anderson. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all offseason long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Makes the grab. It's Anderson. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Quick strike touchdown. Comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football. So much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Duke came in and applied their own mute button on this crowd. They silenced one of the most vocal home field advantages in football. And it's clear this Blue Devils team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
How about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for it.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Right on the money. And they'll do more than
defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there through the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to...
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Gator!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They'll run it from the gun. Turning it on! Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, the running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some balance and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
That's caught. It's Durham. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Looking to pass, it's Nussmeier. With the catch, it's Anderson. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On the move, it's Durham. Still on his feet at the 45. Hits the crease. The 20. Past the tag. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. The Gators sending the offense back to work. These two defenses defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Pulls it in. It's Sturdivant. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the first down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did it.
Nice job. Listen, catch the football, understand fourth and short the situation, and then go get that first down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. And the Gators will have it 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Florida.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Offense trying to go pitch and trying to get to the outside, but how about the speed on defense? Scraping down the line of scrimmage, rallying to the football and creating a negative play.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Unloads to the wideout. That pass is incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch. And in this case, even catching the football, it was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Snagged in the middle. It's Durham. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. That's not at all where he intended to go with the ball on 3rd and long, but it worked out beautifully.
And the frustrating thing, Reese, is from a defensive perspective, I want you to throw it to the running back. I don't want to take away the main targets, the ballers on the outside. You do what I want you to do, and you still make the big play, get the huge first down on 3rd and long.
Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU, and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. In an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win a national championship and get him off to the NFL.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Anderson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over, a chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. He's got him down the middle. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. Wants to go up top. The quick out. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play. Able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Looking to throw for it. Caught close to the marker. It's Brown. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. They go to the draw. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up. The Tigers headed quickly to the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Defense showing blitz here. Quarterback wedging it in there on the quarterback sneak. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Quarterback sneak wedging himself into the line. And I don't think he got in. Those big bodies up front just creating a wall at the goal line. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. He'll sneak it. Sneak gets it done.
Man, that's frustrating as a defense because you got to stop the run. There's a good chance they're running the football here in this situation, trying to punch it in the end zone. You're trying to go to the half with a little bit of momentum. This defense just couldn't make the play to get off the field.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And they finished the deal with the quarterback sneak. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. One more snap coming before halftime. Might be calling a hot route. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's out past the 35. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Gators will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside the 15, here's the return. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And this is a really good job of getting on the perimeter so quickly. When you run these tosses, you get away from the big boys. And when you got speed in the backfield, let them do the rest, right? Flip it to them, let them get outside, let them run the football and make a big gain. When you got
10 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Ready to fire from the pistol. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get chowed.
There he goes! And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida. And Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. We saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, he just has a poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college. This is a different type of dude, and they're expecting him to take the next level. And with that, this program carrying it on their shoulders.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quarterback making adjustments. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Taking it the other way. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers!
I mean, you talk about coming out as a defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick six on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ballgame.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He fought them off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And, man, you got to like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles, but still swarming to the football, and this defense still gets a tackle for a loss.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. coming off a season in which things really didn't go their way in conference play, and they'd love to get on a roll here this season.
Well, this is a team from a roster standpoint, though, that believes they're better on the field than they were a year ago. They've made some additions through high school recruiting, through the portal, and they think that's going to be the difference, David.
And now they got to put it together, right? And this is when it really works. When you get in conference play, it gets different. The familiarity within the league of all the coaches, and so this is really hard for them. But I'm interested in to see if they can bounce back.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He rifles one deep down the middle. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that takes some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the outcome. No big deal.
They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They try to get it outside on the left. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you run it back. He gets out there fast.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, LSU! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. When these two first met in 1937 in Baton Rouge, LSU shut out the Gators. Florida would notch the first road victory in this swampy series when they beat LSU on the Bayou in 1956.
And a lot of history between these two teams because even when there were 2 divisions in the SEC, this was a constant cross-division rivalry featuring lots of NFL talent and some really dramatic games. I remember being the #1 team in the nation back in 1997, going into Baton Rouge and losing, and the fans rushing the field, tearing down the goalposts. These two teams have unbelievable fan bases and lots of talent on the field.
Here's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Oh, there's an alley to the left. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Touchdown, Gator! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last two plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
The AT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Off and running. Inside the 50. Past the 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, Texas and Texas A&M have been going at it today, and we finally have a winner. Texas A&M overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from College Station, these Aggies got to be thrilled with this result. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Picks up the first down, still moving. Turns it on in midfield. All out of space. He's at the 10, and he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. That last drive didn't take long, just 2 plays to get it in. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, both teams doing some early work, and now they'll try to add to this 21-14 lead. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. Some room. The 30. The 20. Touchdown LSU. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw.
He's going to let it go. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Florida.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Might be changing the route. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
You know, one of the areas that separate good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offenses are on third down passing plays. That was the perfect call at the perfect time and obviously executed well.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. Now remember, they were stopped on fourth down earlier in the first quarter, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
The Gators are marching down the field. To throw, it's Lagway. Takes a hit as he fires. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there. there forces second down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
You got to give the defense a ton of credit there on third down, able to force that incompletion on an absolute bomb. You can see why defensive coordinators get nervous facing this quarterback. He has tremendous arm talent. He threw that thing more than 60 yards in the air. But the defenders on the back end stayed in position, made sure there wasn't a catch. That was a fantastic play defensively.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. Wide receiver going in motion. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And the Gators started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. The give on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride in stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. The offense changing the play. Looking for a man. It's Flagway. He wants it all. And he's got it. Touchdown, Gator.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. And the run is for no gain and no more time left on the clock in the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Will we see more offensive firepower on display, or will the defenses finally find their footing? We're ready to go here in the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Back behind the chains, 1st and 15. They'll go to the ground. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 2nd down coming up. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he'll be smacked to the ground. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that one.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. To throw again. Makes the catch. It's Durham. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Man, it just means more in the SEC. And take a look at how things are playing out here. Georgia is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These dogs have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Tennessee. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Back to throw, it's Lagway. Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Got it in the middle. It's Wilson. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the middle. It's caught. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Looking downfield on first down. Connection to the right. Touchdown, Florida! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. Make sure this kickoff team covers it well and not give back that last score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Running back searching for a hole. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs first down, and the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Got a little space. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. This crowd on hand trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Caught over the middle, it's Durham. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, we're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that third. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. LSU quick to the line. To the air on first down. Got the quick pass. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Anderson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. It's a draw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. To the air, it's Nussmeier. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on fourth down, and they'll get it back.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion.
Turning it on. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Gator. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way you finish a first half. And now you got a chance to tie this football game.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside his own 15, looking for room. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Quickly complete. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Touch pass on the run. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He wants to go deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gators will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They keep it on the ground to open the 3rd. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. On the ground, it's Berry. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Unloads it left. Got his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Snagged in the middle, it's Berry. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Complete to the left. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. And the Tigers in the hurry-up. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. Running to Green.